Hello. I hope wherever this finds you, you're having a good day. So I don't do a lot of my own videos, and that's something I'm trying to change. So, stepping out of my comfort zone a bit here. But I also want to start sending out a monthly email, and in that I want to share a tip. I tend to notice, I work with a lot of people one-on-one, and we talk about, what's been going on in your life personally, and so I tend to notice these patterns that are coming up, and they show up in both my clients and my friend groups and students and people that I gravitate around. And so I tend to notice that a lot of times these things pop up collectively. It's not just a personal thing, but we deal with it personally. And so I hope to share some tips in these emails that will help with what I notice is popping up in at least my collective sphere. And maybe you find it something that you relate to or resonate with, and if not, leave it. That's fine too. Also, I want to say I am sitting outside, and there was just a plane overhead. There's mowing going on behind me, so I hope you can hear me okay. We'll see how this goes. So, something I have noticed popping up for myself and for others, and I think this is really normal this time of year with the days getting longer and the sun being out more. And so we see it in nature, we feel it in ourselves, we want to come out of our shell, right? We have all this energy and all this light to use, and with that there's also heat. And so I think, when you look at animals in nature, this is a time where the mornings start earlier and the nights go later, but in the middle of the day, in the heat of it, you see things resting. Like, you see things like, okay, we're used up, we're spent, we need to have more energy later, let's calm it down. And our world is not, our world, human world that we've created, is not designed for that. I know in some Spanish cultures, there's the tradition of a siesta, so it's stopping to take a nap or a break during the day. I don't know if that's still a thing in more modern times, but I know in America, we don't do that. And I know here in Florida, it is oppressively hot. Okay, I changed locations because of the noise, so hopefully this will be a little better as a plane flies overhead. So, what I was saying before is, in summertime, we end up, with all this extra time in the day, we end up having this dualistic dance going on inside of us, right? And I think we feel like this push and need to be productive, to be doing. And then because there's so much time to do, we get tired, we get burnt out. And we end up literally, burning the candle at both ends. The sun comes up so early, it stays up so late, and we're just like overloaded. And if you look in nature and you see what the animals are doing in this time of year, this is not a stressful time of year. This is an abundant time of year in nature. And, in the fall, animals are trying to prep for winter. In the spring, they're coming out of winter and they're foraging and like, oh my God, we can finally get food again. Summer is time for play. And I think that's something as adults in our culture, we know inherently, because as children, that's how we were taught. Summer was the time off from work, off from school, right? And you either went to a fun camp or you got to stay home and sleep in and just kind of be a vegetable if you wanted to, or whatever your experience was. And now as adults, like, nothing changes. And if anything changes, if you have a family, it might get more stressful if you're now doing extra running around because of camps and things. And so I think the thing that we need to do to try to bring some balance to ourselves in this time of year is play. We need to find outlets to express ourselves creatively without structure. So while it is awesome to go to a class and follow a leader and do what you're told and maybe learn something, I invite you to step out of your comfort zone and do something that makes you feel like a little kid again. Do something without any attachment to what it looks like, what the end product will be, and just really have fun with it. And if you find yourself having difficulty resting when you know you need to. You know, you feel exhausted or tired and you're so busy in the brain or busy in the body even that you can't slow down. Try to be creative before you rest. And you're like, what the heck? I'm not a creative person. How do I do this? Put on a song and dance. And just be silly. You know, how they say, dance like no one's watching. Seriously. And if you have family, make them do it with you. Make it fun. Paint without any expectation of what it will be. Get a piece of paper, go to, you know, Walmart, Target, wherever, and buy a couple canvases for cheap and get some paint and just do it. Use your hands if you don't have brushes. It does not need to be perfect. Actually, use your hands even if you do have brushes, because then you let go of this structure that we've been taught and you're able to feel into it. Sing, especially if you're not good. Sing loud, do it in the shower, do it in the car, do it while you're cooking. Make a meal and don't follow the instructions and get creative with it and taste it as you go. Find something that feels good for you. You know, if you are a little more creative, do something you're not used to doing. Play with clay maybe. Make jewelry that looks weird and then wear it out. You know, have fun with yourself. And I would love to hear back if you do challenge yourself in this way. What was it like for you? What was the experience? Do you feel like you felt a little lighter or a little calmer afterwards? Was it really uncomfortable and you're like, why did I even do this? That was dumb. Either way, I'd love to hear. And thank you so much for watching and being here with me. Have a great day.